everybody, and welcome to another haul. I guess it's the November haul that we're doing here at Indie Film Cafe. I'm your host, Jonathan Moody, and I'm here with.
Paul Aperson's known as the Moo Cow, and I am back here in Virginia with the monkey, Continuity Monkey.
Good. We had a problem last time. We thought you lost him.
He was hiding, that little rascal.
I know, but you found him.
I found him.
You told me, and you told Ree. Like she was like, he found the monkey. I was like, yep, that's what you told me.
Sorry about that. So we're going to start off with Blu Rays, right?
Blu Rays. So what we decided to do was I'm going to do half of my Blu Rays because I got a lot. He's going to do his only, he's only got a few. Then after that, I'm going to do my other half. Then we're going to just do halves of everything for now, and I've got everything put in halves, so it's perfect, actually. Okay, so I'm going to start off talking also about, so this past month in November was Criterion month over at Barnes & Noble. So, of course, I had to go get my little, as Paul says, little hooves on a couple Criterion films. I wanted more this year, but just the money just wasn't happening for it. But $40 is a good amount to have to do. So, and first when I went to a Barnes and Noble in where was it at? It was close by. It was I forgot exactly where, but I went to this Barnes and Noble and I had never been there before and had to sit in a huge long line, waiting to get in, because of COVID and all that stuff. Finally got in and looked for it and couldn't find it. Find what I was looking for exactly until somebody goes, "Hey, is this what you were looking for?" Because they heard me talking to somebody, and it was the Magnificent Ambersons.
Ah, very nice. Orson Welles.
Well, unfortunately, this is not like, even with this Criterion version, this is the only version you can get. However, they are on the search for Orson Welles's cut, basically, that he did with another director. I forgot who it was, but they did a cut together. And if they can find that, they can put that together and they'll have the Orson Welles cut, because Orson is not happy with this. He says
there was
the studio took over.
Problem.
Yeah, took over. So he says half the movie isn't even his. And the other movie I got at another one, I think in Burbank. I got this in Burbank at the Barnes & Nobles there. It wasn't a lot of Criterion, but when I asked them where their movie section was, they're like, our Criterion is over there. They knew exactly what I was looking for. So I went over and I looked for some stuff. I didn't see anything else I wanted except my friend, Vincent Pereira, had always recommended this. So I'm going to check it out at some point. It's called Come and See.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. That's a good movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's not what I would call a happy, fun time kind of film.
Yeah, you have to I'd have to probably be in the mood for it necessarily.
And you probably don't want to show that to Jackie either.
Oh, probably. Well, she won't watch anything like that. That's not her kind of style. All right. So then I'm going to bring up my my Target ones I got for Black Friday, because Black Friday just happened this month too. So for a pretty good amount of money, I think it was only $20 period, I got all of these Blu-rays, and I was very happy with them. First of all, I got a 4K for actually it's more than $20. I think it was 20 plus, so it was like $30, say. But it was Birds of Prey, the Harley Quinn movie. I have it on Blu-ray, but I wanted the 4K of it because I'm trying to get all the DC movies on 4K. Then John Wick Chapter 2, which I have on 4K, but I got the Blu-ray of it, I kind of eventually want to get the 4K for it because I kind of don't like having things out of, formats, different formats or whatever. It makes me have to go look for them if I, if they're right by each other, it would be easier.
OCD.
Yeah, a little OCD, a little bit. Robin Hood, there you go. The new Robin Hood movie. Excited to see that. That's got
didn't even know there was one.
Yeah, it's Taron Egerton, Jamie Foxx, Ben Mendelsohn,
Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, he's Little John in it, and Jamie Dornan. So kind of excited to see that. Um, then Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald. This is the second one. I have the first, don't have the second one. And that's
You
the
do
Harry
now.
Potter. Well, I do now. They're making a third one, I think, and I think they're losing Johnny Depp because of his whole scandal with his ex-wife or whatever, Amber Heard. You know, there's a lot of shit going on in Warner Brothers,
Yeah, I heard.
which I think is ridiculous. They dropped him off of Warner Brothers or whatever, but they're not dropping her off of Aquaman. And I'm thinking that's a little sexist, you know, like, and I've heard like she was the worst issues, you know, like whatever, but not my problem, you know. And
Yeah, not my
then
circus, not my monkeys.
Doctor Sleep. I finally
I,
got this on Blu-ray.
I almost picked that up on Blu-ray. I didn't yet.
Okay. And so the last of the hauls are from Dollar Tree here on this half. So these are all Dollar Tree Blu-rays. So first one is Keanu from the guys Key and Peele. I think I heard this was like making fun of John Wick. So it's like a parody of him where they're like hitman looking for this talking cat or something.
No.
I know, sounds really stupid, but fun. This other movie I just saw and I really, really enjoyed, Sleeping with Other People. It's got your girl on it.
Alison Brie.
Yes, it's got your girl in it. It's got
Uh,
Amanda Peet. It's got Adam Fox, Adam Brody. I mean, just a fucking great cast.
I would watch Alison Brie read the side of a soup can.
And she would do a great job. She was very
She would.
adorable. I saw an interview with her for that, and she was just really cute, just really just charming. And then The House, which is the Will Ferrell, Amy Poehler movie, and I watched this with Jackie, and she had already seen it. I hadn't. She's a real big Will Ferrell fan, and I like him. So, and she likes Amy Poehler. So both of them were. It was good. It was cute. It was like, what would happen if parents decide to like run a like soccer moms just and dads, you know, start to run a casino in their house. Like it's just kind of silly and stupid. And then last but not least is the Friday the 13th remake, Killer Cut, I think. I believe this is the remake. Yeah, this is the remake, which wasn't perfect, but I don't have it on Blu-ray.
I actually saw that at the
No.
dollar store too, but I didn't pick it up because, you know, I like the very first Friday the 13th. I don't really have much use for any of the others.
Mm-hmm.
Second one's okay.
Yeah. All right. So you're 4, I guess, that you have.
All right. So as I've mentioned before, I don't really go a whole lot into the Blu-rays, although I am starting to tentatively go out and get some stinkers on Blu-ray too, because sometimes that's what they've got. And if it's for cheap, why not? But in the meantime, I start off with Platoon, and this is the double.
Nice. I have that.
It's the DVD on one side, the Blu-ray on the other, and it's got all kinds of extra commentary and stuff. So wanted to get that because that's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Next, this is one I think I also got at Target, and this is the collector's steelbook version of Dances with Wolves.
Nice.
And it is a 3 Blu-ray set. So you open it up and there's 3 discs in there. You've got the theatrical cut, the extended cut, and then you've got one that's just all kinds of bonus features and extra goodness.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. This is my
I never really liked that
steelbook.
movie. I might not want to try it again sometime, but I always thought it was just too long and boring to me. But you know, it might not be my style. You know,
I liked it. It has a few issues, but I liked it overall.
Yeah.
And then numero 30, I got a classic horror, Hammer horror from back in the day, The Vampire Lovers, with
Nice.
Ingrid Pitt, Peter Cushing, and the wonderful and gorgeous, what's her name? Gosh, can't even think of her name. It's not Kate O'Mara. Gosh, I can't remember the girl who plays the redhead. Ugh. Well, she's wonderful. Whoever she is. But yeah, so that was good. This is a favorite from way back in the day. and finally came out in Blu-ray, so I grabbed it.
Sweet.
And then number 4, I did pick up a stinker. This is from the Dollar Tree, and it is one of those combo Blu-ray / DVDs, and it is from Yoshihiro Nishimura, who's the same guy who did The Machine Girl and Tokyo Gore Police, both of which I have, and it is Hellraiser.
Nice.
Hell Driver. Sorry.
Hell Driver.
Hell Driver. So this is some kind of weird mist goes into Tokyo, and anybody who breathes it in becomes some kind of blood-thirsty zombie, and they start running around chewing the hell out of people, and they got to deal with it. So,
awesome.
Should be fun.
All righty. That was it, right?
That's it for Blu-ray.
All right. So my last Blu-rays. Okay. So I'm gonna start off with, let's see, I think it's right there. Yeah. So, and then I'll bring these other ones up there. So okay.
Madeline Smith. How could I forget that? God, I don't have a brain anymore. Hi.
You said it, not me. All right. Anyway, so a buddy of mine, he's Down to Movie on YouTube. Check his channel out. He's awesome. His name's Rick. He's on Hollywood Boulevard podcast sometimes, and he has like his own eBay store. So a lot of times he'll make me like a friends and family discount thing, because
Nice.
I've been doing, especially since I've been buying stuff from him for a while. So he'll make deals with me, always does. And so I got a bunch of movies from him. One is Sonic the Hedgehog, the new one written by our buddies of Hey Stop Stabbing Me, Worm and Patrick. I have to support those boys. Then I got a movie called King of Staten Island, which is the new Judd Apatow movie. I fucking love this movie.
I was about to say, I've heard that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I adore that movie. It's so good, and it's based on Pete Davidson's real life and everything. And I mean, he's hilarious. Like, he's just a very chill kind of dude. Anyway, then we've got I had never bought this yet. When I saw it, it was like, I think the first thing I saw on his list of stuff, and I was so excited to get it. It was The World's End by Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright, and starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. And it's those guys made Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and then this is their third, and I think final in like a trilogy of like weird bonkers kind of like movies or whatever. It's a lot of fun. It's basically it's robots, I guess, or whatever, cyborgs in this like really weird town, kind of shit. So it's fun. Then I got a Sherlock Holmes collection with the new Sherlock Holmes movies. We've got Sherlock Holmes 1 and Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows, both done by what's his name, Guy Ritchie. I've loved him ever since Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. So
he's that, and the one that he did after the
Snatch.
The Snatch. Yeah, after that, he just kind of really went up and down.
Some movies were great, some movies weren't. But I mean, Sherlock Holmes looks fun. Mm-hmm. And then The Circle, starring Emma Watson and Tom Hanks. Been kind of interested in seeing. I could watch this on like Netflix or something, but having a copy of it is always nice, because you never know. Sometimes those movies get off Netflix or Amazon or whatever, and maybe I'll want to check it out and something.
I like Emma Watson.
Yeah, I like her too. And and then The Intruder, starring Megan Good, Michael Ealy, and Dennis Quaid. So this movie,
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. I was thinking it was a different movie, and I'll explain that in a second, actually. So then my buddy Eric Sputic came by, and he has his own DVD and Blu-ray like basically marketplace thing that he does called Sputic's Movie Empire. So he came by to hang out and watch some movies. And I told him, do you have any movies for sale? And he gave me a good deal on Skyscraper, starring The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I've been wanting to see this. It's kind of, I think it's its own like remake of The Towering Inferno. I don't know if you ever seen that movie, but it's sort of like a remake of it where like there's fire in a building, in Skyscraper, and he's there to like save a bunch of people. Not nearly like, I don't think there's as many, like there's Nev Campbell and a couple other actors, but what I liked about The Towering Inferno was it had a huge like all-star cast. They need to make movies like that again, disaster movies with all-star casts. That would be a lot of fun. And then from him also I got The Roommate, which I really liked. And our buddy John Ward, who's been on the show before, he absolutely adores this movie and says the commentary on this is amazing, actually.
Very cool.
He says the commentary goes into like some serious stuff about filmmaking, so that, and then I went to this little place. Let me have I have a card from it. So yesterday, Jackie and I were getting food, and when we got some food, we noticed a book place that was open called the Book Rack, and they have like
They have a nice rack.
They do, but it's the smallest collection of DVDs and Blu-rays and stuff. But I bought 2 Blu-rays and 1 DVD from there, so we'll get the DVD later. But I bought Breaking In, which is the movie I thought the other movie was, The Intruders. So I got them mixed up. I've seen
Gabrielle Anwar.
Gabrielle Union.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's fantastic. She's great. But basically it's the story of a girl who has to protect her house, like her father's house from robbers or whatever. Like her father died and left her the house. She has to basically get all this junk out, so that she could sell it. She brings her kids there, and then some robbers come and they take the kids hostage, and she has to basically protect her kids. It's a really good movie. The Intruder is basically about a couple that end up moving into a new house, and the old guy that Dennis Quaid, who used to run it, ends up trying, like doesn't want to give it up, basically, and he starts acting really weird and violent.
Dennis Quaid, my goodness, what a shock. Okay.
So the last one I got, the last Blu-ray period of this month, is Ragnarok, which I saw at the Book Rack as well. So this, I was like, this looks cheesy and fun and stupid. I mean, it looks like, for a couple bucks, I think it was like $2, well worth having a Blu-ray like that. So that's it of my Blu-ray haul. So now it's your turn to do DVDs.
DVDs. All right. Well, there was a big old sale at Dollar Tree, and I got a whole bunch of movies from Dollar Tree. And the first group of 12 is going to be all Dollar Tree movies. So without further ado, first one of my DVD hauls is something called, and some of these you might have gotten last month. I don't think I got anything that I got, but you never know. First one is Revelation Trail. I say that because I'm pretty sure you got that last month, but I'm not sure.
I don't. That doesn't look familiar.
It's like a spooky Western.
No, I don't think I got it last time, but maybe I'll get it some other time. I'm probably, when I go to Virginia, I'm probably going to go hit up the Dollar Trees there and see what they got.
All right. But anyway, so that's that one, spooky Western. And then we have Tiger Chen in Kung Fu Traveler. So it looks like a kind of time travel sci-fi silly. So that should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Next we have, of course, the old standby in B movies, Eric Roberts, Beverly Randolph, Felissa Rose, in a movie called No Solicitors.
I have that. Yes, I have that one. Yeah, great movie.
John Callis is the director there.
Yeah.
And I believe Felissa Rose is actually one of the producers in this.
Yep.
Next we have Bride of the Scarecrow. And
yeah,
checking out the Scarecrow action there.
Fantastic.
Let's see here. So last month I got Lake Fear 3. So of course this month I had to get Lake Fear.
Yeah, I'm looking for Lake Fear 2.
Lake Fear 2, that's what I'm looking for.
That's what everybody's been looking for because
Yeah.
we got Lake Fear 1 and 3. I mean, I've heard I've seen other people's Dollar Tree hauls. They have Lake Fear 2 out there.
Oh, so yeah.
It's somewhere.
I have to get it.
Yeah, I've got 1 and 3 as well. So, I was hoping because at my Dollar Tree they had Lake Fear 1.
And I'm sure there are just so many unanswered questions that the second
No, I
movie's
mean, no.
gonna-
The second movie has nothing to do with the first two. It's a completely different movie.
Naturally.
So they just
That's
it was
okay.
going to be called something else, and then they did so well with like Lake Fear doing well, I guess, that they decided to rename that one. And then the original makers of Lake Fear 1. So you having Lake Fear 1 and 3 is perfect because those work together, from the same people, but Lake Fear 2 actually doesn't. But I still want Lake Fear 2 because I'm kind of like you, I'm kind of a completist, and I'm also sort of OCD about it. Like, I don't like having number 1 without number 3.
Yeah, it's like having a thread. You just got to pick at it.
Yeah, so it's just like, but I mean, right now you gotta deal with what you got,
Right. All right. So the next one in this group is a strange kind of looking film, but it should be fun. The Linda Vista Project.
Nice.
And I don't know a whole lot about this. I know it comes with all kinds of special features and interviews with the cast and stuff, but I think it's some kind of ghost hunter thing at an old asylum. So
nice.
It should be interesting. The next one is a rare double feature at the dollar store, and it is Night Visitor and Night Visitor 2.
Nice.
So apparently there was enough from the Night Visitor that they had to have a second one. They don't even list who's in this, so God knows. This one looks kind of interesting. This is a movie by Dave McKean called Luna.
I saw that, and I don't think I grabbed it.
Oh, yeah, this looks kind of interesting.
I might have to grab it, before I leave for, Virginia. But
so Ben Daniels is in there. He was in House of Cards and Rogue One, and there's some other folks in there, Michael Maloney and such. So this looks like it could be very interesting. Next, we have yet another flippin' Ouija movie because there's just so damn many of them. I never heard of this one before. It's called Ouija Summoning.
Oh, nice.
That's not actually just a game.
It's funny because I saw they have a Ouija 3, they have a Ouija Experiment 2, but they don't. I haven't seen a Ouija summoning on other people's things. So
interesting. Ouija to know, Shark, for God's sakes.
Probably not for Dollar Tree yet, because
that
yet. But
so the last 4 in this group is here's one called Dark Wolf. And
I don't know if I own this or not, but I've seen like that.
Someone who's, I guess, a kind of a werewolf movie. This is actually a 20th Century Fox
Is Kane Hodder in that movie? I want to say he is.
Yes, and not only guess who else is in it?
Who?
Tippi Hedren.
Nice.
Tippi Hedren and Kane Hodder. When did you ever think those two were going to be in the same film?
I need to own that at some point. So I'll have to go looking at some Dollar Trees and see if I can find that. That'll be great.
Next, we got a movie with Olivia Williams and Matthew Modine called Alter.
Alter, nice.
So that could be interesting. Looks like a spooky old house kind of a thing. And next, speaking of, since we're talking about these random pairing of celebs, we have Dean Cain and Malcolm McDowell in Quantum Voyage.
Quantum Voyage, fun.
Some kind of weird sci-fi movie. And then finally, we have something called Black 47, which was
Black 47.
Yeah, this is like an Irish Western, which is pretty interesting. So I'll be curious to see what this is like.
Hey, hold on 1 second. I want to test something out because I'm looking at mine, and let me see if.
That Nudie Monkey will perform a dance for you.
Does that look a lot better or not? Yeah, a little better on my end. I just put my lamp on because I'm looking at it going, ugh, it looks a little dark, But anyway, keep going.
That's my 12, man. For
Oh,
that.
that's your 12. Okay. So my, I don't know, 15, I think, or 14, I think, or so of this collection. So of half. Um, so so let's see. So to begin with, I got this at the book rack, and I had to get it because it's so fucking cheesy looking. It's got Corey Haim. Yes, Corey Haim.
Oh dear.
And Jim Varney.
Oh
Bridget
man.
Bridget Nielsen. Please.
What?
Snowboard Academy.
Oh God.
And it's, if you notice, it's in shrink wrap, so it hasn't even been opened.
Please tell me that's going to make an appearance in Indie Film Cafe at some point.
Maybe. I think it's been rift tracked. I feel like it has been, but if it hasn't, it's going to be Indie Film Cafe for sure. And it'll probably be Indie Film Cafe.
That sounds like grist for our mill.
Yeah, this is just terrible. All right. So next is okay. So by the way, these are going to be Dollar Tree ones coming up, but this is going to be, because everything else is Dollar Tree. However, I broke them down into whatever company that owns them, and stuff, or whatever distribution companies. So this was Warner Brothers
is dumping them.
Yeah, whoever's dumping them. Live by Night, which is the Ben Affleck movie.
Ben Affleck, yeah.
Unfortunately, this is the movie that he's a great director, but unfortunately, this movie did so badly that Warner Brothers kicked him off of doing the Batman stuff and everything. He was going to do the Batman, and because that movie just tanked so terribly, kind of want to see why. So for $1, wasn't not a bad deal. This
maybe
one,
you could cover it on Hollywood Knockbusters.
Now maybe. And this one is called The Ranger, and it looks like when I first saw it, I thought that was Tom Berenger and the Substitute kind of stuff. I feel like that's the look that they were going for, but apparently, if you look at the back of it, it looks like a bunch of punks were out in the woods, and the ranger goes insane and kills them. That's what it looks like.
As you do.
I don't know if that's the story or not. But that's what I'm going with. And I think who did that? Who put that out? Who dropped that? E1 dropped that. And then I think did E1 put this one out too? No, Magnolia put this one out. And this is the Fitzgerald Family Christmas. And it is Edward Burns movie made in 2012 with him and Carrie Bish, Heather Burns, Caitlin Fitzgerald. I mean, I don't know most of these people.
Thought about Edward Burns in a decade. He was he had a real hot period, and then all of a sudden, poof, he was gone.
Yeah, I mean, he's an indie director, really, through and through. He was on Entourage for a little bit, producing some the ideas. He was producing something. I don't know. I know why. Holy cow! I know why everything's kind of messed up. Boom. Ah! I was wondering why it was so dark.
Let there be light.
Yeah. Holy shit. It was using my my webcam. Oh. Now I'm well, we're not starting over, so guys.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry. Looks a lot better now. Okay, so this one was put out by who is this company? Phase 4 put it out, and it's Robert and the Toy Maker. So it's another Robert movie. I don't know if I have any of them yet or not, but
I know I have that one.
You have that one? Okay.
Haven't seen it yet.
No, hold on. I'm gonna grab the other.
Because who doesn't love a creepy doll movie?
Yeah, for real. Oh my god, I was wondering why. Now it looks so much better. That was bad. All right, so this is Orion put this one out, and that is Wannabe. But it also, I think it was put out by someone else too. Momentum put it out as well. So Wannabe, starring Vincent Piazza, Patricia Arquette, and Michael Imperioli. I think he's in Sopranos or something.
Yeah.
So it's a mob movie,
He's the guy who plays Christopher.
Oh, he's what's Meadows Sopranos husband or something or whatever. Okay. Or no, brother, right?
No.
Who's Christopher then?
Christopher's like it was Tony Soprano's kind of second. He was like the young guy. He was also he was also in Goodfellas. He was the guy who plays Spider and gets shot.
Oh yeah, Spider, you muttering, stirring prick.
Stirring little prick. Dance the drink over for me. Now he's moving.
Yeah,
that guy.
All right. Oh, there you go. I don't watch Sopranos. I've never seen it. Like, it's not because
God.
I don't want to. It's
great
just
show.
I just haven't really gone down that rabbit hole yet.
Oh, you got to, man. You'll enjoy that one.
I know. All right. So then this one is done by Momentum as well. It's called Milton's Secret, and it stars Donald Sutherland. William Anskow and Michelle Rodriguez. So, based on the book Milton's Secret by Robert Friedman and Eckhart Tolle, author of The Power of Now. So
I'd like to check that out simply because I'm a huge Donald Sutherland fan. I think he's just a marvelous, marvelous actor.
I'm sure he did a wonderful job. Like, that's the thing with Donald. He's just, every time he makes something, or acts in something, he's just wonderful. Okay. And then there's an Emilia Clarke movie.
Ooh.
Voice from the Stone.
Nice.
So that looks kind of cute. I don't know what it's about. If you look at the back there, kind of see a little bit. I don't know. It looks like a fantasy kind of maybe drama kind of thing. I don't know. Then we're gonna get into E1. I also put this out. So I guess I got the wrong thing, but E1 put this out. It's called Collider. And that looks kind of change the past or be history. So sounds kind of all right. Then E1 also put out this movie, The Snow Queen. This looks kind of cute. Like, it looks like a Game of Thrones Viking thingy, like with a kind of little fun little story there. Then Forbidden Empire, also done by E1. Have you seen that?
No, but I picked it up.
Oh, you picked it up as well? This one? Okay. It's on one of the next hall. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that. So awesome. Then Once Upon a Time in Venice, starring Bruce Willis. It looks, kind of goofy. Once again, it's got something to do with the dog. When Steve Ford's beloved dog Buddy is stolen by local thugs, he makes a questionable alliance with their devious leader, Spider, played by Jason Momoa, in order to set things straight and get Buddy back where he belongs. So it's Bruce Willis, Jason Momoa, and John Goodman. Sounds kind of fun.
People should learn, don't mess with the dog.
No, that's what you get. And then this movie is a vampire flick I have not heard of, but it's called Bloodshot Vampire Assassin. So there you go. And it stars Brennan Elliott, Lance Henriksen, Brad Dourif, Christopher Lambert, and Michael Bailey Smith, who has been a bunch of I think he's that guy right there, if I'm correct.
That's an interesting cast right there. It's worth watching just for that.
Yeah, it's probably pretty shitty, but whatever. And then also by
buck, you can't beat it.
So that was put out by VVS Films. I think they also put out Once Upon a Time in Venice. Yeah. So VVS Films, and this one is also too. It's called Feed the Gods, and I don't like this because I feel like these come from like Canada because they're all like in French, stuff. So if you look at the back, it also has French titling right there, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know why they do that, but whatever. And that was it of my first first haul. So I
All
guess you
right.
got your last haul, and then I'll give my
Yep.
last haul.
Okay, so first part of my second group. This is a movie with Amanda Crew and Adam Brody, and it is called Isabel. And
Isabel
I'm
sounds
not
wonderful.
100% sure, but it's the not rated version and is directed by uh, Rob Hayden. So there you go. Next, we have something called Territory 8. And this looks like one of those kind of dystopian future Mad Max kind of films.
Nice.
So that
We
should be
all love
fun.
those, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chemical weapon blows up in Nevada and everybody has to go into quarantine and yada, yada, yada. So that should be fun. This one looks pretty darn interesting. This is a movie called Crow. And wow,
Crow, not the
yeah,
crow, but crow.
no, not the Crow, but this is Terrence Stamp and all that
Oh,
crow makeup. So
nice.
that's pretty freaking
Wait,
interesting
is
right
he
there.
become an actual crow?
I don't know. God, I hope so. That would be totally, totally awesome.
Can you imagine telling Terrence Stamp we're gonna put crow makeup on you? Like, sir, can you just
Good
sit in a
for
chair? We're
him.
about to make you into a crow. And he's like, go ahead and do it. Like, oh
All
Lord.
right. The next one is, I mean, I've heard of this one before. You've probably heard of it because it's got a gigantic, famous cast. Inherent Vice,
Oh yeah. And it's also directed by somebody famous.
Paul Thomas Anderson,
Yes,
based on the
Paul Thomas
Thomas
Anderson.
Pynchon novel. So
I think
Joaquin
I have
Phoenix,
that. I think I have that. I
Josh
think I bought it for
Brolin,
$1.
Owen Wilson, Catherine Waterston, Reese Witherspoon, Benicio del Toro, Jenna Malone, Martin Short. Yeah. So that's the last of the dollar store group.
Mm-hmm.
So the next group is stuff that I got from various places. Like I went down to Norfolk at the Book Exchange, and I went to Second and Charles, and I just kind of got a couple from those places. So this is a double feature, I believe. Oh no, this is a single feature. This is from the Fangoria Fright Fest, and it is the Tomb.
The Tomb.
Yeah, and it's Wes Bentley, Sophia Sky, Michael Madsen, and Eric Roberts. And it's from the producer and writer of The Crow. Speaking of The Crow.
Alex Proyas.
Yep.
Nice.
So there you go. Then we have a stinker that I was buying specifically off of Amazon for Sexploitation Sleazecast at some point, and it is called Secrets of Sex. This is the film they tried to stop, and it's based. It contains a whole bunch of other stuff, some short films, including one from William S. Burroughs, which is pretty interesting, and this is like a erotic horror cult classic from the guy who gave Fiend Without a Face and Island of Terror. And this is like a weird wackadoodle horror sex anthology mashup.
Nice.
So
Sounds wonderful.
I've been
Sounds
wanting to
like
get
you and
that.
Rebecca will have a fun time with that.
Oh yeah. I've been wanting to get that for a while.
Are you gonna are you gonna have to rip it, I guess, to show it to her or something,
Possibly. We'll see. I haven't looked online for digital, but we'll see. So speaking of sexploitation stuff, we have the godfather of sexploitation and exploitation, Roger Corman. And this is a 4-movie collection, and it is the Nurses Collection. And it's got Candy Stripe Nurses, Night Call Nurses, Private Duty Nurses, and the Young Nurses. Excuse me.
You can't have enough nurses.
And it's got interviews with Roger Corman himself, with Julie Corman, with Jonathan Kaplan. And it's got all kinds of cool stuff in there. And they're boob movies, basically. They're cheap boob movies. Who doesn't like a cheap boob movie? And then next we have another, I love getting discs that have multiple movies on there. And this has 15. So this is the American Horror 15 pack. And we're talking Midnight's Child, The Pit and the Pendulum, Ray Bradbury's The Small Assassin, The City, Ritual, Grave Secrets, Hurt, Cursed, Salem Witch Trials, Beethoven, Cruel Will, The Haunting of Fox Hollow, The Cellar Door, The Banshee, and The Haunting of Winchester House.
Oh,
So
wow.
almost all of those I've never heard of. So that should be fun. And then the last four, I have another collection. And this you might like is the William Castle collection.
Nice. I do like that. Like, I'm a fan of him.
5 movies, including 13 Ghosts, 13 Frightened Girls, which I've never seen before. So that
I never even heard of that one.
Mr. Sardonicus, which I saw a long time ago.
I've heard of that one.
Homicidal, which I saw a long time ago. And another one that I did not know called The Old Dark House, which I guess is a remake.
I've heard of that actually. So
I have and have seen and I have a copy of the original, but I did not know that William Castle made a remake of this in 1962. So I'm very curious to see a couple of these films.
Nice. Maybe they'll be in Forgotten Horror Classics.
I'm hoping if they're good. Next, this is another one from the Book Exchange, and this is the definitive guide to the video nasties. Which, those of you who don't know, in England, if you made a movie that was really bad or really nasty or disgusting, you got put on the video nasty list, and they were banned. So this is actually a 3-disc set. So the very first one is the documentary about the video nasties, moral panic, censorship, and videotaped. And it's really, really interesting. Disc 2 has the original trailers for all 39 films that were successfully prosecuted in the United Kingdom and had to get put onto the Video Nasties group. So, you know, Anthropophagophilus, The Beast, Cannibal Holocaust, Driller Killer, I Spit on Your Grave, Zombie Flesh Eaters, that kind of thing.
Was Last House on the Left like one of them too, or like originally one of them?
I think it probably was.
I feel like it should
have. And then
been.
Disc 3 is the trailers for 33 movies that you were originally on the list, but managed to go to court and get themselves removed. So Evil Dead, Funhouse, Human Experiment, The Toolbox Murders, Deep River Savages, and Zombie Creeping Flesh. I've never heard of some of those.
Wow.
But, yeah, so you could get yourself taken off somehow if you went to court and did it.
Yeah.
Last 2 are special films that I got off of Amazon because they're ones I've wanted and I finally got them. First, we got the Banana Splits movie, where some genius turned the Banana Splits 70s mascot kiddie show into a homicidal axe killing group, as it should be.
I've heard it was like just like nuts of a movie. Yeah.
Which, you know, is right up my alley.
Oh, I know. I'm surprised you haven't gotten it until now. You know?
Well, I've wanted it. And then another movie I've been trying to get for a while, and this is another one that's, you know, off the deep end and crazy, batshit crazy. Cat Sick Blues.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
Yeah, so this is about a guy who loves his cat so much that when the cat gets sick and dies, he decides he has to resuscitate the cat by dressing up like a cat and murdering 9 human beings.
Okay.
Cat style.
That's done by Wild Eye Releasing.
Yep, it's directed by Dave Jackson.
Who's Dave Jackson? Who did he do?
Don't know him, but that's the director.
Okay, I'm trying to think what he might have done that I might know of. I did a movie called Cannibal Suburbia. Sounds wonderful.
There you go. But I had heard that this was wackadoodle crazy, so yep, my antenna started going.
Nice. Well, that's awesome. So,
and who doesn't want to dress up like a cat while you're murdering people?
I mean, that's what you do, right? If you're gonna murder people. Yeah. Was that it? Was that your last one?
That's the last of the group. Yeah, it's my last one.
Okay. Wow. Jesus Christ. I've got a whole mountain here and they're kind of I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do this. Ends with
dancing monkey.
All right.
Squeak.
So here we go. All right, all of these are Dollar Tree hauls once again. So here we go. Because I got them today. I was seeing this dude do his haul, and I was like, I think I saw a few of those at the last time, and I was like, I gotta go grab them if I can, and a couple I did. One of them actually I had to throw away today. because somebody had actually opened them up and took the movie out, stole the
Oh,
movie.
boo,
So it was
boo.
yeah. So for $1, like seriously,
Come
you
on.
steal a movie that's $1. It's a Christian Slater movie. Beauty is, I think I already had it. You know, I think I already had it. I was just buying it just in case I didn't, and I
Probably
saw
some
it was
dumbass
Christian
kid.
Slater. Yeah, it was all right. It was what it was. So I mean, I was kind of disappointed by it, but
Sure,
you know,
sure.
because I saw it was opened a little bit, but I thought maybe that was just bad packaging. Then I brought it home and I opened it up and you know,
Bad monkey.
yeah. But all right. Well, anyway, so the first one on the list here is UFO, starring Gillian Anderson and David Strahan or Strahan,
Strathan, yeah.
Strathan, yeah, and Alex Sharp. I've never heard of Alex Sharp, but it is. It looks like, and are we alone in the universe is the tagline. So
I don't know who he is either, but I'm jealous of him because he got to work with my favorite snuggle bunny, Gillian Anderson.
yeah, right. Like I mean, and you're gonna put her in a movie. You're gonna obviously put her in a UFO movie, right? So another movie put out by Sony. I think that might have been Sony too. But Sally Field in a movie called Hello, My Name is Doris. And it looks
Okay.
like a cute little comedy. It's apparently it says she's not ready to act her age. So I'm guessing it's about a woman who's just a little kooky and acts a little younger than she is. Look, she looks kooky. And then if you look at the back, she's very kooky. So I don't know. Looks kind of goofy and silly and fun. I don't know. I don't know when I'll get to watch any of these movies, but I buy them and then I'm like, oh, I'll watch them someday when I'm in the mood, and mm. Another one I got because it had Colin Farrell, Numi Rapace,
I
Dominic.
love Numi Rapace.
I never heard of her, but awesome. Dominic Cooper and Terrence Howard, and it's called Dead Man Down. So
Yeah,
looks like
Numi Rapace, she was in all of the girl who kicked the hornet's nest, the girl who played with fire, all the European versions, the good versions.
and Isabel Huppert, isn't it too?
Oh yeah, and Isabel Huppert.
So there you go. Looks like an all-star cast for something that I've never heard of. So then there's a movie called Car Dogs I got it because that guy on the top, Patrick J. Adams, was in Suits, which is one of my favorite shows. So when I saw him, it's also got Dash Mihawk, Nia Vardalos, and Chris Mulkey, who's been in a bunch of stuff. So pretty good cast in there, I would say. Something I'm kind of interested. I mean, it looks like it says like 8 hours to sell 300 cars. Better buckle up.
Sometimes it's worth getting a movie just because of the cast. Like you're not even interested in the story. You just want to see how the actors interact with each other.
It's also got George Lopez. He's the other guy in that. So, I like George Lopez. He's pretty funny. Then got this movie because of the guy that's in it. It's called Candyland, spelled like that, and stars Gary motherfucking Busey.
Yep. I have my eye on that one. That's going to be for next month.
Oh my God, that looks so bad. But I'm kind of excited to watch it at some point. Then I bought a movie because it looked kind of cute. It looks like a low budget superhero movie called Invisible Sue. And it's about a girl who's invisible that's fighting crime, I guess, and stuff.
I saw that at the dollar store. I did not pick it up, but maybe next month.
Maybe next month you will.
We'll see.
Oh yeah, it looks. Maybe I'll watch it this week and I'll let you know if it's any good, if it's well worth it.
As long as it's not boring.
Now, I bought the the Friday the 13th on Blu-ray, right? The remake, and then I found this Exeter, which is actually directed by the same guy, and I think it's put out by Blumhouse, or at least executive produced by Jason Blum, if I'm right. Yep, Jason Blum produced it. So it looks like a fun little exorcism movie, It says an excellent day for an exorcism. So, that's the tagline for it. All right. So all of these next 4 are BBC movies. BBC put out films. They had films and they had documentaries. I did not pick up any of the documentaries because I don't think I'll ever watch them, and I don't want to they're like Viking ones, and then there were like
just
a few
to clear that out, that is British Broadcasting Company, right?
Oh yeah. It's completely BBC.
Okay.
It's not another company called BBC.
No, but there's nothing else out there called BBC. We didn't want to confuse anybody.
Well, they're not. No, this is BBC Films.
Okay.
Not Big Black Cock Films. So here we go. Clay, which is a horror film. It looks kind of, like your typical horror, thing, British horror. So, maybe that'll be good.
I got that for next month.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of these for next month then. Intruders, also BBC. It's an eerie paranormal thriller. Mira Sorvino is in it, so
I'm looking forward Mira Sorvino.
Yeah, so I'm kind of looking forward. Like she's right there, so I'm looking forward to that. And then, let's see, Save Our Skins, which
oh my goodness,
have you seen that? Like, have you saw that
no, but thing? It sounds like we're both into BBC movies because I'm picking up the exact same ones for next month.
Yeah, so there you go. So there is it's a pair of like idiots who have to stop the zombie apocalypse or something. It sounds ridiculous. Right. It says it's compared to like Shaun of the Dead or something, like or whatever. So and then Relic, which is I think it's in a 2-disc set, I don't know what the other disc is. I was worried that it was a series or something, but it's not. It's just a infectious drama in reverse is a leap forward. So I don't know. It's got Richard Dormer from Game of Thrones. So now is he related to Natalie Dormer, who's also?
I don't think so, but you never know. Fortunately, I did not get that, so maybe I'll pick that up if it's available. But it sounds like at least the movies on the West Coast Dollar Trees are somewhat different than the ones on the East Coast.
Somewhat, but mostly a lot of the same like a lot of the same places, things. So I did get a bunch of ITN movies too. One of which that you did get on this last haul. So I'll talk about that in a second. But Iron Wolf,
yeah,
that looks really cheesy.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to see that. Then you gotta do a Christmas movie like right before Christmas. So Krampus, the Christmas devil.
I saw that. I didn't pick it up. I was very tempted, but maybe
I actually know the director of it, Jason Hull, and I've had him on my radio show before, and I think he's talked about Krampus.
Nice.
But it's got Bill Oberst Jr.
Right.
I mean, got a pretty damn good cast.
It was hard to put down. I regret doing it.
Yeah, I mean, how am I going to,
I had an armful of 20 of them or so. So
ITN put that one out too. ITN put this one out too. American Poltergeist. But the problem I'm having with I know the guy who runs ITN, Stu Olson. I gotta let him know when you manufacture them, always put them on here so I know if it's an ITN movie. If it's an ITN movie, I'm definitely buying it. Especially if it's at the Dollar Tree, I'm definitely gonna buy it because they put out quality films. So this is based on an urban legend apparently. So I'm interested in seeing that. And then the movie that you got too, Bride of Scarecrow. So I'm excited. And this is a series of like Scarecrow movies done in Britain, by the way. So they're done in England. They're British Scarecrow movies. And but they're all like not connected. They're all just different Scarecrow movies.
Well, there's a whole slate of Scarecrow movies that they made in America too in the 80s and 90s.
Right. But it's just weird that the same director made a bunch of different ones, like they're not connected. If they all connected, I think that would have been cool, but they don't, I don't think. And then The Dead Don't Die in Dallas, which
Yeah.
Dustin said he just watched last night and said it was just fun.
Nice. I got that for next month too.
That's it. So that was all that was all my haul from Blu-rays
Yeah, I
and
mean,
DVDs.
we're both trolling the same places, so it's gonna come to expect the fact that there's going to be some crossover between what you get and what I get. But I'd say at least a third, if not more, of the movies you mentioned were not ones that I had even seen there. So I have one more Dollar Tree I want to haunt before the next haul. So I'll see if I can't pick up a few more.
Let's go together when I come by. Let's go peruse them together. I mean, maybe we'll pick up the same ones, but maybe we won't.
All right, sounds good.
That sounds good. All right, so we're gonna go to our update. Wow, so this was a big haul for, I think for both of us technically. So I mean, we're already an hour in. So let's. I guess we don't really have a lot to talk about as far as updates, but we do have a few things. So we have stopped with Film Freaks. Film Freaks has been wrapped up. So has let's see, What the Fuck Friday, and you still got one last Criterion watch, which you're gonna, I think, put out next this month in December.
Yeah, I just got slammed with too much stuff, and it had to get pushed.
Hey, it's fine, because that gives us another content to put out in December. Because
the network heads are just going to have to come and wag their fingers at me.
I'm the network head, so there you go. I'm gonna, but I don't even care anymore, because like when it gets done, it gets done. Is my thing. We sort of have a schedule, but like nobody's like going, oh my god, where's Criterion Watch? I haven't got my last Criterion Watch fix.
I'm sure our 6 subscribers are very upset.
You have a little bit more than 6 subscribers.
We do.
But yeah,
we always need more. So tell your friends and family. Tell perfect strangers. Slap them around until they subscribe.
I was talking to a girl today that I'm friends with as an actress, and she had never heard of like pickup hauls. It was like, pickup hauls? Pickup videos? And I was like, yeah, that's where you talk about the movies you just bought. For collectors, and there's a lot of them. Right, I was watching a ton on YouTube recently, especially Dollar Tree hauls. I like to look at those right now to see.
And remember, I had started doing this trolling for stinkers, and it kind of evolved into this for us, because I mean, you were doing them, and we figured we might as well combine them and do it monthly. So it made perfect sense.
Well, I had seen somebody do a monthly, and another, I think it was Talk Movies With Us, did it monthly at the time, and I was just like, let's do it monthly. There's no reason to do it every week or something. That's just too much. Do it monthly, and then we'll have hopefully a big haul. Well, I wasn't going to have a big haul originally for DVD, because I didn't have anything up until the end of the month. So
right. I mean, back when I was doing trolling for stinkers, I was kind of going maybe every other weekend or something. But once COVID hit, you really couldn't go out hardly at all. So this way, I take one day, maybe 2 out of the entire month. I keep my risk low, and I go to the couple places that I know are going to have stuff. So
yeah, definitely. Well, here in LA, we're more locked down than you guys are, so it's really hard. Like they're killing like a dining outside too now, now. So I mean, it's getting to a point where they're trying to just shut things back down, because I mean, COVID's been still like,
oh yeah, there's a lot of states where their numbers are spiraling out of control, and it's not so bad in Virginia, but we're getting somewhat of an increase too. So we'll have to see what happens. They say the next 3 months are going to be really rough.
The dark winter, as I've been hearing it as being called. But yeah, so let's okay, so we're done with those things, and you're going to be done with Criterion Watch this month in December. So we've got just a bunch of podcasts that are still going to be doing. Let me get the schedule out. So we're going to talk about the podcast real quick. That we're doing.
And I got another idea for one that I want to bounce off you too.
Okay. Do you want to bounce it off here, or do you want to wait and talk about it like personally?
We talk about it personally.
Okay. So the podcast schedule for January which some are going to still be part of here right now, but some are going to be stuff just for January. Um, the writer's process is back, and I have a new co-host, Colleen Tidd, who
Yay.
who's my co-writer now for a lot of my stuff. So my writing partner. And so I thought, what perfect thing to have somebody who talks, writing with me, and we can jibber jabber about stuff. We got December has a really cool guest, and so does January already lined up. So
She seems real nice.
yeah, she's a sweetheart. She loved your little silly goose stuff that you were saying.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm
So
glad.
speaking of new co-host again, horror film lovers, we just brought that back. That's actually the new co-host will be on tomorrow's episode, which comes out, Wednesday, which this will not be out today on Tuesday. So this will be out Thursday. So this horror film lovers will be out already. And we did Better Watch Out, the Christmas home invasion movie. So you should check that out. And it was my friend Sarah Atkins who is the co-host for that.
It's funny when you think about it, but isn't Santa coming down your chimney every Christmas a home invasion?
Sort of, yeah, that could be.
What do you think about it?
Well, there's a great Weird Al Yankovic song called "The Night Santa Went Crazy," where Santa just goes nuts and starts killing everybody. It's fantastic, and it talks about how he kills all the reindeer and chops Splitzin up and shit like that. It was pretty gory for a Weird Al Yankovic song,
Wow.
I was, you gotta check that out. It's really funny. And then Fridays is Hooked on Hitchcock, which stars me and G. Larry Butler. As my co-host. Then the next Monday is my Indie Film Cafe. Then Wednesday, we begin in January. We launch the Hollywood Boulevard podcast back again. So that's going to be fun. We're going to actually, I guess, surprise, I guess I'll mention it now, is our plan is to have Alfred, Joe, and Paul as our special guest for the first episode back. And we're going to do it at the studio, and we're going to do The Thing, because we've done The Fog all together for Film Freaks, but for Hollywood Boulevard podcast, and Paul hasn't been on that show yet, we're going to be talking about The Thing, and all four of us will be back together again.
And I'm pretty sure we're all big fans of John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, yeah. Hollywood Boulevard podcast is kind of like Film Freaks, where we talk about movies we love and enjoy and stuff, or series. So then Friday, January 15th, begins Living on the B-Side, which will not be something we'll be doing until January. So that launches then. Monday, January 18th is Sexploitation Sleazecast, which is every third Monday of the month. Paul will be doing Sexploitation Sleazecast until he's done with that season. Then he starts back up on Forgotten Horror Classics. So
right.
There you go. And I'm sure you got some fun ones to show Rebecca, because she's your co-host for that.
Oh yeah.
So then Wednesday is Frights the Round Table. We'll have new guests for that. Me and Anna, Zayden, who I just love working with, having as my co-host. She's adorable. Friday, January 22nd is 80s horror films. So we'll be back with that with, I think, Julianne Prescott, Rebecca Reinhardt, Joe Gonzalez, and I think Mackenzie Kelly might be joining us every now and then.
Yay.
For episodes of that. So Monday, January 25th is your IFC. So that'll be fun, whatever you pick for that.
Oh, I got a whole slate of stuff ready.
We might be doing stuff here in town or in Virginia when I come visit, or we might just wait till I get back. I don't know. It depends on how much time we have when I come to visit, because we might have a couple days where we could just watch movies and have like a guest come over, and
might as well knock a few out.
So then was it IFC Paul? Then Wednesday, January 27th, the return of Hollywood Knockbusters, which I've not been doing, but I'm trying to bring back. And I was going to bring it back last month, but things just didn't work out. So I'm hoping that I get a whole month of December. I can get somebody out there to do one for January. So, so January will be back. And then last but not least, Friday, January 29th is Horror, Blood, and Coffee, which we are doing one this coming month. And then we'll have one for January. And, we're going to try to keep doing it. It's doing all these podcasts back to back to back is just sort of hard. Which brings me back to my the video stuff. We were thinking of bringing back Quick Review Thursday, which I think I'll do a couple, like maybe once a month. I want to do it more if I can. I if we can put more, we'll put more in, but maybe twice a month or whatever, because it's so busy.
Yeah, I think it's going to kind of have to be whenever we can do it and put it up, because I mean, my plate is already overflowing, but there are a couple that I'd like to do.
Yeah.
And in fact, when Gary came down, we had a couple that we were going to do, and then just things kind of got out of hand, but he's coming back at some point because we got some more work we're going to have to do.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Friend.
And so, I'll be there when is that? What day is that?
We haven't figured it out yet. We just, we're trying to figure that out because he injured his neck and that kind of threw things off, and he's supposed to get back in touch with me. But I know Gary's coming back at some point in December.
Chris hurt his neck?
Yeah, he did something. I don't know what he did, like pulled a muscle or pinched a nerve or something.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. All right, I'll have to come check up on him. Yeah, so I don't know. It'd be nice to see Gary. I think if we get Gary, I told you I want him as a special guest for the fourth season, launch or whatever for the first movie back, because I think he would get. I don't think he's seen Haystops. I gotta stop, giving spoilers for a lot of these things that's coming up. So there's a project that I think he will enjoy, and so I don't think he's seen some of the films that. So
hey, if we can get in a few of these too, that'd be great.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe for yours, when we do your one. So like I said, if we can get them to come out to the studio, we can just do that. We can eat lunch, hang out, watch these things, and eat dinner, hang out, watch these things, like have people set up like, hey, come out at this time, we'll feed you and we'll watch these, because we also have to do the next ones we have to do is we have to do the final episode of the season, and we also have to do the wrap up show. So we're gonna do those first. Those are like on the top of the list.
And as much as I wanted to do another onesie party, because of the whole COVID thing, it's probably not a good idea. But hopefully next season we'll get to go back and do that, because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, having a like pajama party or whatever. So fun little thing. We'll see what happens. But now it's like, it sucks.
Yeah, we got to be responsible. But anytime I get to wear my cow onesie, I'm a happy man. So.
Oh, I know you are. So as far as shows on, we've talked about this before. Indie Film Cafe will continue to do Indie Film Cafe Spotlight. So that'll be the first Friday of every month. I've got a episode coming on Friday. That will be pretty cool because it's a Christmas episode. We talk about a Christmas movie that's out, and with the cast and crew of Cup of Cheer. Go check it out. It's on Amazon and Tubi for free, so you have no excuses not to watch it if you don't want to. It's really cute. It's a parody, Christmas parody, movie, kind of spoof, like in the vein of like Airplane and type stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. And guys, if you love your B movies and horror movies, we've had some great guests on the show so far. I mean, we've had Chris Seaver, we've had Kevin Strange. Who else have we had
on for Indie Film Cafe Spotlight?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Sheldon Lettich. Well, I had him. We had you interviewed Andrew Leavold, right? Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Search for Wing Wing.
Wing guy, yeah. So the wing guy. I don't know if he likes to hear that. And then there's a few other fantastic people. Rebecca Reinhardt, I think, was on. No, I think she was on something else I've done. So
We'll get her.
yeah. Well, I mean, we've got plenty of people, and we will have more people for next season. So what our original intent was for the show was to show people who had not who had been on our like who we've reviewed their films, and we're just mainly want to kind of pick
or
their
on the
brains.
list. Yeah, or if we hadn't gotten to their movies yet, they were gonna be.
Right. And Sheldon Lettich, who's the first guest, we haven't reviewed, but I have a movie that he directed that I wanna bring into Indie Film Cafe. So, and I did one of his movies for Hollywood Knockbusters, which was Only Strong. So as you know, if you can see sort of right over there, that's one of my favorite movies. So I've got that poster that he had me sign and everything. And I love it. So I can't wait to kind of come back and chat with you guys, to chat with other filmmakers. But that's the plan, is to have me, and since we can do it all through Zoom, we thought, why not have Paul and I as the co-hosts of Indie Film Cafe? So it's spotlight. So it's not just me or not just him, interviewing the guests. We're gonna be interviewing the guests. We've got one coming up that I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. You did interview Steve Rudzinski, so that's pretty cool. We've got some other people that I can't wait to chat with that will talk about the stuff, but we can't really spoil it.
Karis Hell 2 is gonna come out. Can't wait.
Rebecca Reinhardt's in that as well. So that's awesome.
So lots of people in the indie and B movie community out there, and we're trying to hit them all up for you.
Yeah. So to go into it, we're also doing a channel, the Sick Flick TV. It's not going to be huge in the beginning, so don't expect like a million shows. We're not going to be launching like Disney Plus, where we're just going to have a million things that's in our library. We don't, we do have a lot of content that has been submitted, but we're going to have to have that separated throughout the couple months, each month.
Like be cycling stuff in and out.
Yeah. So expect some fun stuff with that. I don't really know much else to say about that, because I think I will try to have some original programs. I know Davila will be there, so that'll be fun. The old episodes of Davila. A lot of stuff that you can already see on YouTube will be there. And a lot of people are wondering about that. And my plan is to showcase a bunch of movies that may be overlooked on YouTube, because YouTube is huge, and unless you're particularly searching for that movie, you're not really going to find it necessarily.
And I imagine some of the stuff that we have that's on YouTube is probably going to get more viewers on Roku than it is on YouTube.
Well, I've also so some people called me last night, right? And they wanted to talk more about Sick Flick TV. And one of the things that I wanted to share with them is it's non-exclusive. You can leave at any time. And non-exclusive in the sense that you can go to somebody else and also have them, like YouTube or another Roku channel. I don't care, as long as they're okay with us also having it, I don't care. That's the plan, is like, and if you're on YouTube or another Roku, you can mention we're also on Sick Flick TV. So we're cross promoting.
For them because, they get to have another vehicle to promote their work.
Right. So the filmmakers get a chance to kind of promote their work. And like, if it's on YouTube, as I said, it's really hard unless somebody's searching for it or it's in their like recommended stuff. And short films are barely ever recommended, by the way. Like short films and features are barely ever recommended in my sections. It's usually like channels like Cinema Sickness, who I love, Heel Poppin', or other people's Criterion collections and stuff will pop in there, but not really. I never see short films that much,
No.
So there you go. Short films get more seen here, but can also be viewed on YouTube for free. So if you don't have a Roku channel, people can still go to their to go to the YouTube and watch it. So I suggest everybody get a Roku because I love my Roku, but and you have one too, right? Now,
Oh yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, good because we're gonna have content on there. You want to subscribe?
Although I think we mentioned this before. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page with this, but I do believe that there is going to be some small group of content that we had decided we wanted to save for Patreon only folks, and that's probably going to remain on Patreon only.
For Indie Film Cafe for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
We haven't made a Patreon for Sick Flick TV yet. And that would be a completely different thing. So we will try to do more Indie Film Cafe Patreon only stuff, but we need patrons. I'm just saying,
And we
like,
need help. I mean, it's just the two of us, and I'm working a full-time job, and and Moody's doing a billion other things. So,
yeah.
if you know anybody out there who would love to sort of get involved in the business and would love to be an intern who can help us out with some of this stuff, please let us know, because we could really use the assistance.
So what we talked about recently, we're going to talk about this for next season, because next season is approaching, and so things are a little shifting, and we'll talk about it on the next haul as well, but an update as well. But so the next thing that we want to mention is that things are sort of, we enjoy doing the podcast together, you know, but we also love having other guests on our show, on our episodes or whatever. So Paul loves having his friends, that are local that can come down to the studio and watch a movie, because everybody likes to watch the movies together if they can, like, I mean, that's why I can't wait to come to Virginia to film some of the stuff, because it'll go back to the days where that's what we did. I mean, that's how we started, is me and Paul together watching these silly movies. And now that everything's through Zoom and we've been watching them, I found a way. There is a way that you can upload the movies to Zoom so you can watch
Really?
them.
That's
Uh,
curious. I did not know that.
I'd have to talk more with my buddy Ryan, who showed me, like, because he's part of a thing called Bad Horror Mondays. I would love for you to be a part of that, but unfortunately, it happens at 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific. And so you're usually asleep on Monday nights at 11 o'clock. And it's usually goes till, sometime after. And we watched the last Monday, not, it wasn't this Monday, was it? No, it was last Monday. So it wasn't yesterday, but it was the Monday before then. We did Thanksgiving.
Yay.
And I had to discuss with them, because I knew that they were doing a turkey, like a killer, like Thanksgiving movie that that they were doing. I was like, oh, it's got to be Thanksgiving Killing, or Thanksgiving 3. Wasn't sure which one it was going to be, but they did Thanksgiving, and I got to watch it on the on Zoom with everybody, and but everybody
Nice,
was
nice,
muted
nice.
so that we could all watch it. And so that's the only problem, is you can't, like, it's more fun when everybody's jabbering and saying, oh my God, that's so terrible, and blah, blah, blah. And we couldn't get
Right,
that
right, right.
because everybody had to be muted so that they could hear the movie,
All
being
right, you're
played.
gonna have to give me a couple seconds here. I'll be back. Keep going.
Alrighty.
Keep talking.
All right. Well, anyway, so we watched Thanksgiving, and so we're gonna have to figure out a way if we can do that. I kind of like watching them, like separately, and then doing that. So I don't know. We'll see what ends up happening. I am just jibber jabbering right now until Paul comes back. I don't know if you just went to use the restroom. Awkward. Um, but Paul was talking about his monkey. I still got my monkey right here, and I'm gonna bring him with me to Virginia. So, because I'm sure we'll have some TNA movies that need the monkey, and plus TNA monkey and continuity monkey will have to come back. Oh, maybe I can bring the new dog, because we got a new dog at the house in Virginia. I don't know. I don't know if I'll bring him or not. To come check this stuff out. So I don't know if he'll enjoy it. I am now just kind of. I think I might cut this a little bit down to when he returns. So Hold on. I will be right back. I'm gonna grab a soda.
There we
Oh,
go.
Jesus Christ.
Much better.
Oh, fuck. That was loud. I was about to go grab a soda. You got your cow?
Got
I
the
just
cow
showed.
puppet.
I still got my monkey. And he's coming with me to Virginia.
Got to bring your monkey.
And so Continuity Monkey and TNA Monkey got to hang out again. We got to get a picture with them. With the cow puppet. So we'll get them all together. But I can't bring any of my other guys. Look at all the other guys are in the, like, you got my pet monster and other stuff. They're just all up. So yeah, so that's pretty much it, really. I mean, there's not much else going on. As far as things go, December's going to be slow. As I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of getting stuff done for January. A lot of podcasts for January done. So in December, and then January is going to be busy with getting a lot of stuff done then.
December's going to be busy for me. That's for damn sure.
So, I know, like, I'll be bringing all of this stuff, all my equipment here to Virginia to film. So, I don't know if I'll be putting them in. I think a lot of it will go in my bag or whatever, and stuff. So, it's just going to be a very busy, busy time, So, but I will be coming back. Coming December 7th. We've been talking January so much. December 7th to the 29th. So we'll try to get as much stuff as we can. Our haul video won't be till I'm back in LA. And then in LA, the plan is for me to meet Dead Girl, Jenny Spain, and have a spend New Year's Eve with her. So everybody's so jealous all the time that I hang out with, like, Jackie, or I get to hang out with, I'm going to be hanging out with Jenny, all these people who I've known forever. These are literally like my best friends. These are the girls I talk to all the time. It's like, it's weird.
Well, in Jenny's case, you're trading up because you spent last New Year's Eve with me.
It's a little bit different, and I get to hang out in San Diego, which I've never been to before.
Yeah, cool place.
Yeah, I've never been there, so I don't know what anything's like. She's gonna show me around, I guess, and kind of show me her spots that she likes and shit.
Lots of great Mexican food.
I don't know how much food I'm gonna be eating because I don't know how much money I'll have by then, then or whatever, because I have to, pay rent and all that fun stuff, But I will be happy just to go down there, and it's 3 hours away, so it's not too far, so it'll be fun,
Are you going to drive?
I'm driving. Yeah. There's no reason to fly down there. So I'll see. It's funny. I'll be here for a day, I'll be here because it's 29th. I'll be here on the 29th. Then I go down on the 30th, to go visit and stuff. So, Jackie may come, but because I think she wants to do something for New Year's as well. But if she can't make it, I mean, I'll see her when I come back on probably the day after New Year's. I'm probably gonna spend New Year's Day there as well, and then come back, or so, something like that. So just want to I liked bringing in the new year last year, 2020, bringing it in Los Angeles. It's going to be cool bringing it in San Diego. Not sure. We'll probably go to a beach. Once again, I think that's going to be a fun tradition, having the beach for Thanksgiving and the beach for New Year's, and having Christmas in Virginia, where it's fucking freezing. And I'm enjoying that the coldest we're getting is like 50 degrees.
I was say it's 54 today, man.
I know. You guys have been actually, we've been colder than you guys have been. I've been looking at the weather.com and seeing that you guys have been like 55, we're like 54, or like less, and I'm like, wow, we're colder in Los Angeles than Virginia's being. What the hell is going on with this world? 2020 is all out of whack right now.
Yeah, I can't
everywhere.
wait for 2021.
I don't know how much different it's going to be, honestly. In the beginning, it's not going to be much different. But maybe when we survive this dark winter, maybe the spring will lighten shit up. I hope.
Please stick around, guys. We have plenty of cool stuff coming up for the new year, and we want you there to be part of it. So please stay safe.
March, we are planning to do Tales from Echo Lake and finish up the pilot for that. So there you go. So, all right. Well, I mean, that's about it. We've had about a hour and a half worth of jibber jabbering and stuff. And so probably you guys want to, if you guys are still watching this, I'm surprised. But thank you guys for sticking around. Please give us a like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Let us know what you guys think. Support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Indie Film Cafe. Also check us out and subscribe to our YouTube channel and our podcast channel, which is indiefilmcafe.podbean.com. Also check out indiefilmcafe.reviews, which Mr. Perenza over here has got to
update. I know.
Update because he hasn't updated in a while, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be updated. But you know, he's been busy with work. End of the year work, right? Stuff you just gotta get done. So this time's always busy, but we're just happy because we got a lot of content that's done for now. A lot of YouTube stuff. Like I said, only Indie Film Cafe Spotlight is going to be for sure, like every month, you know, or whatever. Everything else is going to be, if we can get it done, we'll get it done. But really, the podcasts are what is like what started this whole thing, and what we want to continue making sure you guys are getting content.
They are the engine drivers.
Yeah, the YouTube channel is great. We love it. We love doing it. You'll get a haul every month as well. So that's, you'll get a few things every month. But aside from that, that's it. So Paul, if you stick around, I have a couple things to chat with you about, and then and everybody else. Until next month's haul, thank you guys so much. And please subscribe to Sick Flick TV when that comes out.
And we will see you on the flip side. Mr. Moody, myself, and the monkey.
And the monkey. And my monkey. All right. Bye, guys.